Once upon a time, in a cozy little corner of the world, lived a mother pig with her 3 little sons. As they grew older and bigger, she knew it was time for them to venture out and build their own homes and fortunes. So, with a loving goodbye, she sent them on their way, reminding them to always do their best and to watch out for the big bad wolf. The 3 little pigs, full of excitement, set off into the wide world. The first little pig was a bit of a free spirit. He loved to play and dance and sing all day long. Building a house seemed like a lot of hard work, and he wanted to get it over with as quickly as possible. Soon he met a farmer carrying a bundle of straw. Perfect, he thought. He asked the farmer for some straw, and, in no time at all, he had built himself a small, simple house. It wasn't very strong, but it was a roof over his head, and now he could get back to his fun and games. He spent the rest of the day singing and dancing, not a care in the world. The second little pig was a little more practical than his brother, but still, he didn't want to spend too much time on construction. He wanted to get his house built and then have plenty of time left to enjoy himself. He journeyed a little further and came across a man with a cart full of sticks. "Aha," he said. "Sticks are definitely stronger than straw." He bought a load of sticks and got to work. He hammered and tied them together, and soon he had a house made of sticks. It looked a bit sturdier than the straw house, and he felt quite proud of himself. With his work done, he went to visit his brother, and the two of them sang and danced together for the rest of the afternoon. Now, the third little pig was the wisest and most hard-working of the 3. He remembered his mother's words. "Whatever you do, do it the very best you can." He knew that a house needed to be strong and safe, especially with the big bad wolf lurking about. He walked past the fields of straw and the piles of sticks, searching for something much more durable. Finally, he found a bricklayer with a load of strong red bricks. "This is exactly what I need," he declared. He bought the bricks, along with mortar and a trowel, and set to work. It was hard, tiring work. He carefully laid each brick one by one, making sure the walls were thick and the foundation was solid. He built a sturdy wooden door and a strong chimney. His brothers came by and laughed at him, teasing him for working so hard while they were having fun. But the third little pig just kept on working, determined to build the best, safest house he possibly could. It took him a long time, but when he was finished, he had a magnificent, strong brick house. He was tired, but he felt safe and secure. Well, it wasn't long before the big bad wolf came prowling through the woods. He was big, he was bad, and he was very, very hungry. His nose twitched as he caught the scent of the little pigs. Soon he came upon the house of straw where the first little pig was just finishing a song. The wolf knocked on the door. Little pig, let me come in," he growled. The little pig's eyes went wide with fear. "Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin," he squealed. "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in," roared the wolf. He took a deep breath and blew with all his might. The straw house, being so flimsy, flew apart in an instant. The terrified little pig scrambled out of the wreckage and ran as fast as his little legs could carry him to his brother's house of sticks. The first pig burst through the door of the stick house, shouting, "The wolf! The wolf is coming!" The second pig quickly barred the door just as the wolf arrived. Little pigs, let me come in." The wolf snarled, his voice even angrier now, "Not by the hair on our chinny-chin-chins." They both cried from inside. "Then I'll huff, and I'll blow your house in," the wolf bellowed. He huffed, and he puffed, and he blew a mighty gust of wind. The house of sticks shivered and shook. He huffed and puffed again, even harder this time. The sticks rattled and came loose, and with one more powerful blow, the house of sticks collapsed into a heap. The two frightened little pigs scurried away, running for their lives towards their brother's brick house. They hammered on the sturdy door, screaming, "Let us in. The wolf is coming." The third little pig quickly opened the door, and his two terrified brothers tumbled inside. He slammed the door shut and locked it tight just as the furious wolf appeared. The wolf was enraged. He had been tricked twice, and he was hungrier than ever. Little pigs, let me come in," he roared, pounding on the brick wall. "Not by the hair on our chinny-chin-chins." The three pigs shouted back, feeling much braver behind the strong brick walls. "Then I'll huff, and I'll blow your house in," screamed the wolf. He huffed, and he puffed. He blew and he blew, but the brick house didn't move an inch. Not a single brick wobbled. He tried again, gathering all his strength, his face turning red with effort. He huffed and he puffed and he huffed, but it was no use. The brick house stood as firm as a rock. The wolf was exhausted and out of breath, but he wasn't ready to give up. He looked at the house and a cunning idea popped into his head. He saw the chimney on the roof. "Little pigs," he called out in a sweet, tricky voice, "I just want to talk. I'm going to climb onto your roof and come down the chimney." But the third little pig was too clever for him, while the wolf was climbing onto the roof. The pigs quickly lit a roaring fire in the fireplace and placed a huge pot of water on it to boil. The wolf squeezed himself down the chimney, thinking about the delicious meal he was about to have. But instead of landing in the house, he fell right into the pot of boiling water. With a giant yelp of pain, he shot back up the chimney and ran away into the woods, never to be seen again. The three little pigs cheered. They were safe, all thanks to the hard work and wisdom of the third little pig. The first two pigs felt a little foolish for building such weak houses and thanked their brother for saving them. From that day on, they all lived together happily in the strong little brick house. And the first two little pigs learned a very important lesson. Whatever you do, it's always worth taking the time to do it right. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed our story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.